in the vast and war-torn galaxy of Warhammer 40,000, where gods, demons, and superhuman warriors wage endless battles, there exists an ancient and terrifying force that predates nearly all others: the Necrons. Rising from the sands of time, these soulless, undying beings are a testament to the hubris of a once great race and their thirst for power that led them to a dark and twisted fate. The story of the Necrons begins millions of years before the birth of humanity, in an era when the galaxy was young and the stars were still forming. The Necrons were once a mortal race known as the Necrontyr. They were a frail, short-lived species who lived under the harsh radiation of a dying star. Their lives were bleak and filled with suffering, as their bodies were ravaged by the effects of their sun's deadly rays. This brief and painful existence drove the Necrontyr to seek out a way to extend their lives, to escape the cruel hand of fate that had been dealt to them. Their search for immortality led them to the discovery of the Citan, ancient star gods who fed on the energy of the stars themselves. The Citan, seeing an opportunity to manipulate the Necrontyr for their own purposes, offered them the secret of eternal life. In their desperation, the Necrontyr accepted the Citan's gift, not knowing the true cost of what they were about to receive. In a process known as biotransference, the Necrontyr's mortal bodies were stripped away, and their consciousnesses were transferred into bodies of living metal. This transformation granted them immortality, but at a terrible price. The process was irreversible, and in the transition, the Necrontyr lost their souls. What remained was a race of cold, calculating, and emotionless beings, forever bound to their new forms. The Necrontyr had become the Necrons, undying warriors, devoid of feeling, and driven by a relentless need to conquer and dominate. Under the leadership of their new rulers, the Necron overlords, and their supreme leader, the Silent King, the Necrons began a campaign to subjugate the galaxy. Empowered by the Citan and their newly forged weapons of unimaginable power, the Necrons waged war against all who stood in their way. Entire civilizations were wiped out, and planets were reduced to lifeless husks in their relentless march across the stars. However, the Necrons' thirst for power soon led to betrayal and bloodshed within their own ranks. The Citan, who had once been their allies, became their greatest enemies. The Necrons, realizing the true nature of the Citan, turned on their former gods in a cataclysmic conflict known as the War in Heaven. Using their advanced technology, the Necrons shattered the Citan into fragments, enslaving them as tools of war. Yet, despite their victory, the Necrons were left weakened and vulnerable. Faced with the threat of extinction at the hands of their enemies, the Necrons made a fateful decision. They retreated to their tomb worlds, vast subterranean vaults hidden beneath the surface of countless planets across the galaxy. There, they entered a state of stasis, waiting in silence for millions of years, until the time was right to rise again and reclaim their dominion over the galaxy. And now, in the 41st millennium, the Necrons are awakening. One by one, the tomb worlds stir to life, their ancient inhabitants rising from their long slumber. The galaxy, already embroiled in war, is once again threatened by the Necrons' return. With their unstoppable legions of undying warriors, their advanced technology, and their mastery of the mysterious and terrifying forces of the universe, the Necrons are a force unlike any other. The Necrons' armies are a terrifying sight to behold. Rank upon rank of skeletal warriors march forward with cold, mechanical precision, their eyes glowing with an eerie green light. Their weapons, known as Gauss flayers, strip the flesh from their enemies with every shot, reducing even the mightiest foes to atoms in seconds. But the Necrons' true strength lies in their resilience. Unlike any other army, the Necrons can repair themselves, their bodies reassembling even after suffering catastrophic damage. It is said that only by destroying a Necron utterly can one truly defeat them, for they will rise again, as long as even a fragment of their metal form remains. Beyond their warriors, the Necrons are also masters of technology that defies comprehension. They possess monolithic constructs known as monoliths, which can teleport Necron forces across the battlefield in an instant. They wield ancient artifacts like the Doomsday Ark, a massive weapon capable of unleashing a cataclysmic energy blast that can obliterate entire armies. And then there are the Necron Lords, powerful and cunning commanders who possess both immense strategic acumen and personal might. Each Necron lord is a relic of the Necrontyrs' past, a remnant of their once great civilization, now twisted into a form of living death. Yet, for all their power, the Necrons are not invincible. Their ancient technology, while incredibly advanced, is prone to malfunction after millions of years of dormancy, and their greatest weakness lies in their fragmented state. The Necrons are divided into numerous dynasties, each ruled by a different overlord with their own ambitions and goals. These dynasties often wage war against one another, their ancient grudges and rivalries preventing them from uniting under a single banner. It is this disunity that may be the galaxy's only hope, for if the Necrons were ever to fully unite, nothing in the galaxy could stand against them. In the end, the Necrons are a tragic reminder of the dangers of hubris and the pursuit of power at any cost. They are a species that sought to escape death, only to become death incarnate. As they rise once more to reclaim the galaxy, they bring with them the cold, unyielding darkness of the past, a shadow that threatens to engulf all in its path. The Necrons are coming, and nothing will stop their relentless march toward domination. In the face of such ancient and unstoppable evil, all the other races of the galaxy can do is stand together or fall one by one, as the Necrons reclaim what they believe is rightfully theirs.